This morning, I heard a troubling case. Studies show that 8 out of 10 fathers fail to marry the teen mothers of their children, and most couples fail to stay together at all. I met a young couple who are fighting to beat those odds, and they came to see me today in divorce court.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Ramata and DeQuan Wilson. The two of you have been together for quite some time. It's one of the most remarkable stories I ever heard. You are both 21 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
You have 4 children together, ages 6, 3, 2, and 1. You got started early, had the first one, oops, second one, on purpose. I want you to tell me about your relationship and how you managed to do so much in such a short period of time.
Okay. First, I would like to start off by, saying him and I, we met when we were in the 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up in the same neighborhood, so everything did kind of move fast. And I just want to say that I do want out of this relationship because I can't take it anymore. By the way things are going now, not even just now, prior to that. So we grew up in the same neighborhood. We were always riding our bikes together and things like that. It was kind of funny because, I would disappear and then my parents would be looking for me. They're like, oh, where's Ramata? She disappeared with DeQuan, And that time we were only in the 7th grade, so we were like really close. We were like best friends. So we would hang out and things like that. So the crazy thing about it is we had our first baby, and I was a freshman in high school.
And now, were you dating then, or were you guys just, and then something happened?
It wasn't an actual relationship, but to us, we were together.
Right.
Right. So, and then with the first baby, I was a freshman in high school, and everything worked out for me.
Were you scared?
Yeah, I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do and things like that, but, he was there with me through the whole thing. So, but what really set everything for me was the fact that there was a Teen Mom show that came out around that time. So I'm like, so I am not the only one. Even though their life stories were crazy and the things they were going through, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I do not want to go through this right now, But I had a really great support system, which is my mom and my sister. So that was the thing with the second baby. They supported me so well. I'm like, okay, well, him and I agreed together to have a second baby, and we didn't tell them.
Why?
Well, you would have to ask him because he wanted a baby, and I loved him so much.
No.
I loved him, so I did it. And I mean,
let me ask you. Let me hang on, because I'm still struggling with that concept.
Okay.
Mr. Wilson, why did you want to have, in the 9th grade, a second child?
I want to know too.
The first one wasn't planned.
Right.
And the second one, it was planned.
And I'm trying to figure out why. You were in the 9th grade. Didn't you feel, oftentimes young men in that situation find themselves distressed and distraught because they have all of these burdens of a child, of a father. Did you feel like you were carrying out your duties as the father and felt you had enough to give another child? I mean, economically, were you supporting them?
I wasn't really working at that time. I was focused on school.
Yeah. So why did you want another child? That's the part I'm trying to figure out.
I love kids. I love Ramata, and I wanted our first boy to have a sibling.
Okay. Did anybody try to talk you out of it?
No, it wasn't really.
I did.
It wasn't really something I talked to other people
about, just her.
Other than,
Yeah.
You didn't want to?
Well, I did, and then when I got pregnant, I'm like, what? Like, I did not, I wasn't expecting to get pregnant that fast, but then it happened. And with him being young, and I'm young as well, the whole thing was, I'm at home with my mom and the kids. He's at home with his mom. I'm with the kids all the time.
Were you still in school?
Yeah, so I'm dealing with the kids, more than he would be at that point.
So why didn't you put your foot down and say, listen, I have one kid, it's too much for me, I can't have another. We've got like 20 more, 30 more years where we could do this. No.
We are young, and we thought we should get them out the way fast. And my mother was supporting me so much, I wasn't thinking about any of that. And on top of that, I never had birth control, so.
But you knew about it. Somebody had mentioned birth control to you.
Well, I couldn't get Medicare. I couldn't get Medicare, so.
He could get a condom.
That's what I'm saying. He could have got that too. Why am I the only one who have to get birth control? He could have done something on his end.
Can I say this? Mm-hmm. And I know you're young, and I know you were really, really young, but if you're young, old enough to have sex, you're old enough to take responsibility for what you do. It's not, well, why do I have to do it? You have to do it because you're the one that end up having the baby. You have to do it because you don't want that for your life. You decide what it is you do and do not want, and then you make sure you take those steps to make that happen. And you can't leave it up to somebody else. You are responsible for your future. And to the extent that you are not in control of your fertility, you will never be in control of your life. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, well, then, you know, once we were pregnant with the third child, then we moved in together after I gave birth to my third child. And that's when
Still no birth control, right? Still no birth control?
No. And that's when life, you know, hit us hard because now we're living together and I get to see the real him and he sees the real me. And all he does is get on my nerves. And he just does things that, and he knows is gonna tick me, and he just constantly does it.
Give me a couple of examples of the things that he does that gets on your nerves.
Well, okay, so when I live with my mom, I can wear what I wanna wear and get out. So we live together now. When I wear something, it's, where do you think you're going with that on? What is wrong with what I have on? Nothing. To me, it's nothing. I'm not revealing too much. To him, I am. I would wear V-necks, and to him, I'm revealing everything. No, I'm not.
Mr. Wilson, did you have objections to what she wore?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Because I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone, you should be wearing clothes that's suitable, not advertising.
But they were suitable.
Okay, let me ask you this, Mr. Wilson. Do you have any reason to believe that Ms. Sow has ever been or is considering cheating on you? Do you believe that she's a faithful woman?
I do, but then again, I have my doubts.
Because?
Why? Yeah, because.
Ramata, she has a passcode on her phone.
He has one too.
And,
Stop.
I do. Actually, I do have one.
Yep.
But that's.
So why is that a problem? If you have one and she has one, why is that a problem?
It wasn't a problem until she did it and she put one on her phone. I put one on my phone.
He had a password first, so I thought I should put one on mine.
What Ramata does is she takes her phone everywhere she goes.
She does that too.
If she has to go to the restroom, she's taking it to the restroom.
But you do that too.
If she gotta go anywhere else, she's taking the phone.
Hang on. We're going to discuss that in a second.
And I see him scrolling up and down on his social media. It was a picture of some girl. And as soon as he seen me, boom, he almost dropped his phone.
It bothers you that she takes her phone with her everywhere. Do you believe that she does that so you won't see who's calling or texting her?
I feel like if you have a password or a passcode on your phone, it's for a reason.
Well, what's your reason?
Right, what is your reason?
Ms. Sow, I can handle this.
My reason is because she did it.
Okay, which is silly,
but
right?
You had it first, though.
And it's not cheating. So you know that there are reasons other than cheating to have a passcode on your phone.
Yeah.
So let's all move on from that, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Now, are you concerned that she keeps her phone with her because she doesn't want you to see who's texting or calling her?
Well, I wouldn't see it, or I wouldn't know because I don't have her passcode. So
why do you think, Ms. Sow, if you don't be quiet?
Okay,
please.
because I don't have his password either.
No. Now, Mr. Wilson, I'm trying to get rational with you.
Okay.
I don't know if you know where rational is. I'm going to try to take you there. Do your best to come along.
Okay.
Please. Please.
if she has a passcode so you can't see what's on her phone, why do you find the fact that she takes her phone with her everywhere she goes indicative of a cheating situation?
She didn't do it before. There was never a time.
What?
Before, I mean, it just happened out of the blue.
Before what?
It just happened out of the blue. She had before we had each other's passcodes. She knew mine, I knew hers.
That is not true.
Okay, Ms. Sal, let me ask you this. Why did you put the passphone code on, and why are you taking the phone in the bathroom?
He starts it, so I finish it. So if you take your phone to the bathroom, I'm going to take my phone to the bathroom. You put your phone under the pillow, I'm going to put mine under my pillow, too. So we're going to see how you feel about it.
Do you have any reason to believe that he's cheating on you?
Yes.
Why?
We had an incident where we went grocery shopping, and I came out of the grocery store, so I thought maybe I can do something funny because we were kind of arguing, because we argue about everything. We can even argue about the word everything. So I come out the grocery store, and I'm dancing like a monkey, you know, just playing around, just to get his attention. No, I don't get his attention, so I have to get closer to the window, and I see him scrolling up and down on his social media, looking at it was a picture of some girl. And I'm like, why are you...
You saw that through the window?
Yes, I saw that through the window, and as soon as he seen me, boom, he almost dropped his phone.
Everything that you're dealing with now is nonsensical. Do
Yes.
you get that part?
Yes.
I agree, he does nonsense things. He really does.
You're being nonsensical as well. You're responding to him doing something is to do it yourself is nonsensical. Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Don't forget to join the conversation on social media. Go to facebook.com/divorcecourt and follow us on Twitter and Instagram @divorcecourt. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram @divorcecourt. Ms. Sal, you say Mr. Wilson won't let you go out with your friends or doesn't like it when you do. Why don't you explain that to me?
Okay, so he feels that my friends are, I mean, I don't want to say the word, but they do things that he considered cheating. So my thing is, just because they're cheaters or they do things that you don't approve of, that don't mean I'm like them. You know what I'm saying? You hang out with guys that do the same thing that my friends would probably do, so I don't understand what the difference would be. Just because they go out and do it doesn't mean when I hang with them, I'm going to do the same thing. So he's always with his friends, laughing and having fun, and comes back home having a break from the kids, but I can't have a break from the kids because he thinks that I don't have the right friends to hang out with.
Mr. Wilson, do you not like her friends?
No.
And why don't you?
Bad reputations.
Your friends have worse reputations.
Do her friends differ so much from your friends in any significant way? I mean, are you dealing with folks at the chess club and she's dealing with, you know, people that hang on the street? Is it like that?
It's actually the opposite. It's actually the opposite.
Stop.
Well, actually, I don't have a problem with all her friends.
Liar.
But there are certain friends of hers, of Ramata's, that I don't see eye to eye with, and that's because of the things they do and the things they participate in.
Okay. Do you understand that everything that you're doing, everything that you talked about, everything that you're dealing with now is nonsensical? Do you
Yes.
get that part?
Yes.
I agree. He does nonsense things. He really does.
You're being nonsensical as well. You're responding to him doing something is to do it yourself is nonsensical. And I need you to embrace the idea that when you leave here, you're going to leave here intent not on getting your own personal way, not intent on proving the other person wrong, but intent on leveling up one. So these things, these little nonsensical things, don't bother you anymore. Because I'm going to tell you right now, neither one of you is cheating on the other one. It's not happening. You two are engaging in, whoo.
I don't agree.
Oh, I know you don't agree, Miss Sal, but you've got 4 kids, you're 21 years old, and you two are bickering about taking a phone to the bathroom. Your life is not working out as it should, and I'm trying to get you to a place where you can be comfortable and whole, he can be comfortable and whole, and your children aren't crazy. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
It's him. It's him. You have to make him understand that if he acts petty, I'm gonna bring petty worse. Like it's not gonna. I'm
That's
not.
just absurd.
But I'm not gonna let him get away with
Stop,
things he
stop,
do.
stop.
That's her way.
We're gonna talk, and I'm gonna talk some more, and you guys are not gonna say another word. On divorce court,
Her mother is with us.
does she help
No.
with the kids?
They could tie her up and just do what they want with her.
They wouldn't tie up grandma, would they?
Yes, they would.
But you have 10 children.
10.
10.
10.
10.
I don't think I ever want to get married again.
You got 10 kids, you got plenty to do. Visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Let me say this. I am impressed by the fact that the two of you are still together.
Me too.
4 kids, starting in the, 8th grade, and to still be together is a feat in and of itself. If you want to remain together, you have to let go of the ideas that you have right now, because the ideas that you have right now are those of junior high schoolers, and junior high schoolers will not be successful in staying together. Now, Mr. Wilson, do you consider yourself the head of the household? Most men do.
Yes, ma'am, I do. But
No, but. No buts. If you do, then it is incumbent upon you to lead. And if you're going to lead, that means you go first.
Yeah.
That means any criticisms I have of you, you need to take to heart and fix, regardless of her conduct. You can't say, but she. You can't say, I would if. You can't say, but she only da 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 da. It's all about you. It is incumbent upon you. You guys should live a life where each other can look at each other's social media and phones. Take your locks off. It's silly. It's nonsensical. You know what I mean? Just don't do it. You lead with that.
Okay.
You stop, you get off her back about her friends. You know, all of that. She don't like all your friends. You're not going to ever like all of her friends. You're going to stop that. Are you working?
yes, I do car detailing.
Okay. You're also going to go back to school, because car detailing is not going to be enough to see you through till whenever. Are you with me on that? Miss Sal, even though he says he's going to lead, the odds are you're going to mature first, because women just do.
That's true.
So far, you're not showing any signs of maturity at all.
Okay.
At all. The response to inappropriate conduct on his part is not to repeat the conduct. That's a child's response. A grown woman's response to inappropriate conduct is, DeQuan, you did A, that made me feel B, let's talk about it. That's what the appropriate response is. It's not, you did it, I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
Do you
We can
understand
never
that?
talk. Yeah, but we can never talk about anything.
You have to learn how to talk. There are rules to it.
I know how to talk. He doesn't
No.
know how to talk.
Oh, I know you know how to talk, but you don't know how to communicate, because you don't listen. You don't listen to what I'm talking about. You don't hear what I'm saying. I've been married for longer. I've been married 6 years longer than you've been alive. And you're not listening to me. You need to know how to close your mouth, open up your ears, and actually discern what your man is telling you. Not because he's right, not because he's a leader, but because he's the guy that you love. He's the guy that is the father of your children, and he's the guy that you have to get along with in order for your children to be okay. So,
Are you gonna clap for that? Okay.
birth control, solitude, quiet, education, and I am out. This matter is adjourned. Ramata and DeQuan. I don't even know what to tell you. Call us at 1-877-311-2222.